In the span of just 100 days between April and July 1994, an estimated 800,000 Tutsis were systematically slaughtered in Rwanda. This genocide remains one of the most appalling acts of inhumanity in modern history. The spark that ignited this unthinkable massacre was the assassination of President Habyarimana, a Hutu, an event that sent shockwaves through the already tense social fabric of Rwanda. For decades, the Hutus and the Tutsis, the two primary ethnic groups in Rwanda, had been locked in a bitter and complex power struggle. But the death of the president, a Hutu, was the tipping point that escalated the tension into full-blown genocide. The Hutus, fueled by fear and manipulated by propaganda, turned against their Tutsi neighbors in a wave of violence that was as swift as it was brutal. The genocide ended when the Tutsi-led rebel group, the Rwandan Patriotic Front, took control of the country, but the damage was irreversible. The international community, including the United Nations, was widely criticized for its inaction during the Rwandan genocide. The world watched in silent horror as the atrocities unfolded. In the early 90s, the international community bore witness to one of the most horrific genocides in recent history. The Rwandan genocide, a chilling display of man's inhumanity to man, was met with a deafening silence from those who had the power to intervene. Clear evidence of genocide was presented, yet the world chose to turn a blind eye. Despite the mounting evidence, the international community failed to act. The United Nations, an organization founded on the principles of peacekeeping and the protection of human rights, faced widespread criticism for its lack of intervention. The genocide was a stark reminder of the limitations of international diplomacy in the face of unchecked violence. The United Nations had peacekeepers stationed in Rwanda, but their mandate was restricted. They were not allowed to intervene, only to monitor the situation. This inaction was exacerbated when, following the brutal murder of 10 Belgian peacekeepers, the United Nations chose to withdraw the majority of its forces, leaving a mere skeleton crew behind. This decision, made in the face of escalating violence, was a clear indication of the international community's unwillingness to intervene. As the genocide raged on, the world stood by, watching in silent horror. The international community's failure to act was not due to a lack of information. The reports were there, the evidence was clear, yet the decision to intervene was never made. The Rwandan genocide stands as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of international inaction. The silence of the world during this time was not just a failure of diplomacy, but a failure of humanity. The global community had the power to intervene, to stop the senseless slaughter, but instead, they chose to watch from the sidelines. The international community's failure to act during the Rwandan genocide remains a dark stain on global diplomacy. The Rwandan genocide serves as a chilling reminder of humanity's capacity for unimaginable brutality, yet it also stands as a testament to the power of resilience and reconciliation. In the aftermath of the genocide, the world was forced to come to terms with its failure to intervene. This collective guilt led to the establishment of the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda. This court, based in Arusha, Tanzania, was tasked with bringing to justice those responsible for the genocide. Over 2 decades, it indicted 93 individuals, setting a precedent for international justice. Simultaneously, within Rwanda, the traditional Gacaca courts were revived to deal with the overwhelming number of genocide-related cases. These community courts, rooted in Rwandan tradition, focused on truth-telling, confession, and community service as a form of reparation. Though not without their flaws, these courts played a key role in promoting reconciliation and rebuilding the social fabric of Rwanda. The nation itself embarked on a journey of healing and rebuilding, demonstrating remarkable resilience. The government initiated programs to foster unity and reconciliation, and significant progress has been made. Today, Rwanda is one of the fastest-growing economies in Africa, a testament to the nation's remarkable recovery. But the lessons from the Rwandan genocide reach far beyond its borders. They remind us of the perils of indifference and the cost of inaction. They underscore the importance of early warning systems to prevent such atrocities and the need for swift, decisive action when they occur. They highlight the role of justice, both international and local, in healing the wounds of such devastating events. The Rwandan genocide, a horrific chapter in human history, teaches us the importance of vigilance, swift action, and the pursuit of justice in the face of atrocities.